Hello, my name is Varath Chia, and I am one of the members of WristWash 2.0.
Hey everyone, I'm Mark De La Rosa, and I've also been supporting WristWash 2.0 throughout this semester.
Our project's main goal is to tackle an important aspect of staying hygienic, which is hand washing, something we overlook as we go through our day-to-day interacting with people and objects. WristWash 2.0 recognizes when a user should wash their hands through means of noise recognition, reading user activities, and more. During our research phase, we figured out the technology stack we were going to use to develop our application and the different features we aim to develop.
The tech stack for this project includes the Samsung Galaxy Watch 4, the Android Studio IDE, and Wear OS by Google. The reason why we chose this stack was because we wanted to use a ubiquitous device, such as the Samsung Galaxy Watch 4, that has the latest technology, such as an accelerometer, microphone, and GPS navigation. We went with Android Studio because both of the developers on this team have experience with Java, and we also chose the Wear OS operating system because that is the standard for most Android watches.
While reading the CDC's best practices for when to wash your hands and how long to wash your hands, we came up with these features to develop to accomplish those best practices. Exercising using EKG readings, noise recognition using microphone sensor readings, timer using a timer method, and location using GPS. When any of these events are triggered, a button to start washing for 20 seconds will appear. We will now demonstrate the noise recognition feature that recognizes flushing. And excuse the cutoffs within the demonstration, it was kind of difficult to record with one hand. And now we'll demonstrate the 2-hour marker without the hand washing demonstrated in the first clip.
There were a few pivots to the original plan. We excluded two features, that being exercise and location. We also moved on from originally using an Apple Watch, iOS, and also React Native because we had lost two developers and one previously had experience in both of those areas, so we decided to pivot to areas that were more familiar to us. For the user study, we had two different groups, one that was a West Coast group, the other that was East Coast due to the nature of the team. There were 3 males and 2 females. This user study was conducted over the course of about 3 days. Unfortunately, we didn't have a companion app to help log false positives, false negatives for the users, so they did have to manually record that themselves. We had them go through just their entire day, whether that be exclusive to their homes or if they were out and about. And there are some mixed results when it comes to the trigger and when it should be going off versus when it shouldn't be. We want to factor in the noise of the environment as one of the reasons as to why the fidelity was lost or needs improvement. The direct link back to the overall project based off of these results are to identify better methods to create this trigger algorithm. Perhaps we need to add some filtering, but we also need to identify what noise really looks like within the system, depending on what environment the user is in, and perhaps we need to employ more robust techniques for identifying the sound, perhaps like a fast Fourier transform, or maybe even more refined machine learning approaches.
So I have personally learned the amount of work it takes to process sensor data and bring out something meaningful from it. I wouldn't say I was entirely successful with it due to the lack of data analysis libraries available in Android Studio, but I was successful in learning more about data processing through the many research articles I read while finding solutions.
A takeaway for myself was doing the data analysis after the fact and seeing how often somebody washes their hands. Sure enough, it was based off of two criteria, but quantisizing something that I take for granted was quite telling, and I do think tells a story for how often people should be washing their hands. There are also some important analogs to be drawn between lessons learned in the course as well as the project itself. Two sections in particular, that being wearables and intro to HCI, were important. Wearables was important when it came to placement of the sensors and how sensors work. Intro to HCI was important in terms of notifying the user to wash their hands.